All right, step one, we need to add a new folder on our desktop, and then we're going to call that inspiration. So let's go ahead and move over to our desktop here. We're going to hold control on our keyboard and click with our mouse, and then we're going to go over to where it says move folder and click. Next, we're going to just click once on the folder till it lights up dark blue, hit return on our keyboard, and we're going to call this inspiration. And then once we type in inspiration, let's go ahead and hit return on our keyboard. Next, we need to double click on that folder and open it up. And we're going to add a bunch of different things, sort of categories of things that inspire us. And the one that we're going to start off today is with people. So we need to make a subfolder in our inspiration called people. So I'm going to go ahead and hold control again on my keyboard and click. I'm going to add a new folder inside this inspiration folder, and I'm going to call this people. Once I type in people, I'm going to hit return on my keyboard. Now for step 3, we're going to search for images of a person that inspires us. This could be an athlete or a musician or an artist or some type of historical figure. To do this, what we're going to do is we're going to go just to Google here, and we're going to just type in someone that inspires us. I'm going to type in Obama. And now this is the tricky part, finding a JPEG file from Google, and a good one at that. So the first things first, we're going to find a picture that we kind of like. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click on his portrait, his presidential portrait here. And once I expand the image, then I'm going to go ahead and click, hold, and drag to my desktop. Now notice how it says .jpg at the end of this file. That means that it's a JPEG file. Now, if it said WEPB or something else like that, chances are it's not an actual image file. It's just a protected link, which means that we won't be able to view it. So if we click, let's see if we can find an example here. If I click and drag this file, that's another JPEG. Notice how it says JPG. Let's try this one. That's another JPEG. So it looks like a lot of these pictures of Obama are JPEGs. But you might run into one that might be a WEPB file, and then that one can't be used. You'll just have to try and find another one. Once we've dragged our photo to our desktop, we're just going to go ahead, click, hold, and drag that into our people folder we just made that's inside of our inspiration folder. Now for step 4, once we found a high quality image of that person that inspires us, we drag them to our subfolder called people. Now what we're going to do is we are going to collect 14 different images of people that inspire us. Now again, this could be musicians, this could be athletes, these could be people that you know, and we're going to get 14 different examples. Now, be sure that you have different examples. Don't have, for example, 14 pictures of Obama. Be sure that you have 14 different people that inspire you. Now, once you have all your files in your folder, you're going to rename them so you know which image is. So, for example, you would say Obama or Cardi B or Polo G, etc. You should not have multiples of each person, like I just mentioned. And then once you've collected all 14 images, save your inspiration folder in our multimedia folder on the Google Drive. So for example, let's go ahead. I'm going to save this image here. I'm going to just single click and hit return. I'm going to call this Obama. And now once I would have all 14 of my images, now I need to go into my Google Drive and add that to our multimedia folder. So then I would go ahead and drag that from my desktop into my multimedia folder.